Hello all, today we are going to learn about Java 9 future Jshell. So what is Jshell? Jshell is a tool. Jshell is a tool that providing a dynamic interaction with Java programming language. So by using Jshell you can enter a program elements one at a time and immediately see the results. So how the Jshell is came into the picture. So I just want to discuss few things before we are going to discuss about Jshell. So here I have a program. So in that program I'm just declared one variable, that is name, and I'm doing some stuff here and I'm just printing that variable here. So finally the output is hello in the uppercase. But so here, so we have to write a complete program and compile it and fix the error and run the program, and we have to figure out so what is wrong with it, and we have to edit it and repeat the process. But only I want to see this portion of code, and I want to execute this portion of code, and I want to evaluate this portion of code. I don't want to write this class and this main class and all those stuff. Then so you can just write it this portion of code, so declaring the variables and whatever this stuff you are doing, so you can just execute in that JShell. So this portion of code is called as a snippet. What is a snippet? Snippet is nothing but variables, methods and class definitions and imports and expressions. Okay, now I will show you in the JShell. So if you want to start the JShell, so just go and open the command prompt. So this is my command prompt window. Okay, so now you can just give the JShell command. So it will start like JShell here. So you don't have to install anything extra. So the JShell will coming along with the Java 9 package. So right now I'm using Java 11. So it will available in Java 11 also. So once the JShell has been started, then it will show this version here. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to write that portion of code. JSON name equal to hello. So variable name has been defined. Okay, so I want to see, so we have methods. So if you press tab here, it will shows like all the methods related to the string. So we have subsequence and substrings here. So I want to use substring, so I will type substring and press tab. So I want to see 2 comma 5. See now, so it has been assigned to one temporary variable, that is indicated with $2. So this is called as a temporary variable, the value assigned to this temporary variable. Okay, so you can perform directly on this temporary variable. So the temporary variable here is $2 dot to uppercase, so to uppercase. See, if you type it, so it's converted into uppercase. So this is how like JShell will be work the same thing. So if you want to see the output directly by calculating some numbers, 10 plus 10, so you can see that directly output here 20. So that is assigned to this temporary variable, the temporary variable $4. So you can reassign some value to this output variable also, 4. So plus some 30 I'm adding here. See, 50. Again this 50 has been added to this 5 temporary variable. So we can define variable names also, integer I equal to 10. See here, so I can use this temporary variable along with this local variables I plus $5, right? 5. See result now. So $7 is another temporary variable, the output is 60. Okay, so this is how the JShell will be works. So if you are not giving any variable name here, so automatically it will assign to some temporary variables. Okay, so we can You can assign some modifiers also. Public int I equal to 0. See here, so this public modifier you can give like private, whatever it may be, but the visibility is nothing here, so we can use it like private, public, and whatever you want it. The same thing, like you can write it like static, static also, static int j equal to some 10, but it will throw some warning, but you can avoid that warning, you can use it as this. Okay, so you can redeclare that value. So again it will initialize that value, so only it will throw some warning, so you can ignore that warning. So same thing, you can write it final variables also, final int k equal to 30. So here also it's throwing and warning, so that is not permitted in top level declarations, ignored. So but here you can reassign some values to this final variables here, k equal to 40. See here, it's again like reassign 40 to this k variable. So this how like the reassigning the final variable and static variables here. So the same thing, so we can write it methods also, int, so I'm taking method name as public int add int a comma int b, and so I'm just returning a plus b here. So here it's created method, you can directly call by using add here. You can just provide some values 10 comma 20, immediately you can see the result as 30 here, so it is assigned to some temporary variable. So if you want to do some modification on this temporary variable, you can directly call this 14 temporary variable and you can perform the operations here itself. So again, so this is one method, and so if you want to use it one more method inside this method, add method, so without declaring that another method, so you can use it directly, but while you calling that method, so it will ask like you can define that method. So let's say that, so we have two methods here, one method is add method. Inside the add method I am calling add one method. Okay, so I'm just returning a plus b. A is add one method and b is add method. So here without existing this add one method, so you can't call here, so it will throw some compile time error, but in Jshell, so you can write it as it is. See here, I'm just copying this, paste this, enter. So it's just throw some warning here, so created a method add int, however it cannot be invoked until method add one is declared. So when you try to invoke that method, some value, sorry, so it is throwing some warning, so attempted to call method add int, so which cannot be invoked until method add one is declared. So we have to declare add one, so that is the reason, so we can write public int add one so now add one method has been created. Now you can directly call that add method because we have defined that add one method. So now if you give some value, so it will execute. Now it's working fine. So that's how it will work. So this is related to the methods. Now I'm going to explain interfaces. So interface some a, I'm going to take some abstract method public void calculate, taking some parameters int a comma int b. So yeah, I just forgot to return something, so I wrote void here, so I will write it int and calculate. It's throwing some error, interface a, so sorry, interface spelling is wrong. So interface is created now. So the interface a is created. We have one method that is calculate, so by using lambda, so I'm just want to discuss lambda here, so you can provide the implementation of this interface inside this lambda. How the lambda will called, if some name, I will give some functional implementation and parenthesis. Within the parenthesis we have to provide method parameter, and we will divide the method parameters and method implementation by using arrow token. So here inside this method body we have to provide method body. I'm just returning a plus b. See, lambda has been created here. So now, so function implementation dot, so we have calculate method. So I will calculate method here, so I will give some numbers 20 comma 30. So that's it. So lambda also is working fine, so you can write it lambdas also, and we can use like help command to see all the commands. So these are like all the commands, you can use it inside this Jshell. Okay, so if you want to see like all the elements, like till now whatever you have created, so you can just give slash list, so it will shows like all the list of methods and variables and classes you have created here. Okay, so you can write it classes also directly. So let's say that this is one class, right? So you can just copy this and paste here. The class has been created. So same thing, like however you are calling as usual, you can call by using new operator. So a dot, so if you want to call some methods inside this test, so you can directly call a dot that method num, so it will invoke that method. We don't have any methods here, that is the reason I am not calling that methods. Okay, so if you want to see some printing statements, you can directly see by using system dot out dot println. So I'm just printing hello here, so it will shows the hello, but I don't want to write like all the system dot out dot println here, so I just want to write it println and see the output. See, println. So I want to see the state here, hello. See, it's throwing some error saying that method println is not available. So basically, so if you want to see the printing statements by using like print and println and printf statements, you have to set it some command here. So we have set start type enter, so it will shows some. So by default it will set to this command, default command. So what you need to do is we have to, so we have printing command here, so you can just execute that printing command. So the printing command has been executed. Okay, so if you want to see that output now, it won't be available. So you have to restart your session. So it's still not working. So before I'm going to exit this session, so I just want to save my files in one .java file. So that is the reason I'm giving some save command, save now.java. So it's save into this now.java file. And if I want to save in some JSH file, that is Jshell file, so then I can write it like this also, my code.jsh. That's it. So if you want to exit this Jshell, just type exit. So any command if you are executing here, so that should be start with slash. So that's it, it's executed. Now restart this Jshell, because you want to see like whether this println statement is working or not. So that is the reason like I have restarted this session again. So basically REPL is read, evaluate, print loop for the Java platform. So we have to type in snippet of Java code. The snippets are either it could be variables, methods, or interfaces. So it's started. So now you can just check whether it's println is working or not. Println, it's working fine. So you can use printf also instead of writing SOP system.println. So it's working fine. So now if I will see the previous session related programs, it is not available here. So if you want to load it, you can just type command open mycode.jsh. So it will load like my previous sessions, all the programs here. So once it is loaded, so we have few commands. So that is see now list, it's available. If you want to see the variables, you can just give vars. All the variables which I defined in the previous sessions, it will show here. The same thing, the methods. So these are the methods available in the previous. See here add one. So all these methods are related to my previous session, so which is reloaded here. So that's it. Thanks for watching my video. So please do like and subscribe my video and channel. Thank you for watching.